Okay, do I have the live up? Is the live up? Okay. Yes, we're live. Yay. Hello, everybody. I was seeing if we were live or not. So we are live, and we will be continuing to color in Queens of Poland. So I did to make sure that I have the autofocus turned off because sometimes I forget to do that. So hope everybody is well and enjoying this time and this weekend. It is snowing outside my window right now. So yes, we are getting snow. So this is from Queens of Poland, if anybody is wondering what book this is from. So I was wondering, what color should we color her outfit today? Today we'll be focusing on the outfit and the leaves. Maybe we'll finish this picture today. So, who knows? I was thinking maybe light orange, but maybe a light blue would be nice to color it in. So I hope everybody is doing well. I also want to announce what February's color. Hi, Kim. I also want to announce what February's, what I'm going to be doing on February on the channel, because we are actually expanding the channel to be doing diamond painting. So one of the things that I have decided to do for February is it's going to be Diamond February, which means we're going to be doing diamond paintings in February. So this color is aquamarine. It is from the Lyris Rembrandt. On this pencil, these pencils really are nice. So I hope everybody's been doing well. I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit. So you guys could see what I'm doing better. I'm good. It's snowing outside, though. It's really pretty to watch it fall. So February's theme is diamond painting. That's okay. Enjoy the time with your father, Michelle. I know you can always watch the playback later. I'm sorry I missed yours. I was out doing some things, you know. Is it snowing where you are too, Kim? These are very good pencils, guys. These are wood pencils. I love these Lyris because they have some really nice colors in them. It's been snowing there for 3 days. Where do you live, Kim? Do you live upstate New York? So this is how sharp they sharpen with my swordfish. This is like the best sharpener ever, guys. If you can buy, if you guys want to buy a hand crank, I recommend this. This is like one of my favorite things that I like to do. And yes, this book does have grayscale pictures in it, but at the back of the book, it has grayscale. Oh, you live in Michigan. Probably snows there a lot. Kim, did you see what the new color in heaven is going to be? Because Kate got hers. I'm really happy by who's the artist they selected was. This is her hair. I missed this hair. It's really hard, like, kind of like. This is lemon. Hello, Lori. How are you coloring out of we're continuing our coloring from Queens of Poland. I'm using a River Rembrandt pencil. I like her people though. You know, Kim, I really like Hannah Calls people and her faces. I have the Facebook, the book of faces that she has. But then again, I like coloring people, so. But I like doing portrait work. So. Okay, guys, I'll tell you what what we're going to be doing in February. It is called Diamond February is the theme. Kim, do you know what Diamond February means? Which means we'll be doing diamond painting in February. So February, we will be doing diamond painting on this channel. So. The thing about the Lyra pencils is that they're really good pencils. You ever notice how some companies say, well, our pencils are wax, but they feel more like an oil pencil than a wax pencil. Or the wax pencils feel more like oil pencils, and sometimes the oil pencils feel more like wax. And when I color with these, they feel more like an oil pencil. What, you don't have any diamond paintings, Kim? Well, there's some really nice ones on Amazon. I actually have started seeing people do them, and I actually really like doing my first. Really, you don't have any diamonds paintings? They have some beautiful canvases, Kim. Like, I've been looking at Diamond Art Club, I've been looking at Victoria Moon, I've been looking at all kinds of things, you know. And then Anne with her second channel has really made me like what I. Kim, I didn't think I could afford another hobby, but quite honest to God, some of the canvases are very, like, you can build up to more expensive kits, but they have some very affordable ones on Amazon. So start with a starter kit, something you really like, and then start small. Don't start big. Then we'll figure out what we're doing here, and then what color will make the wax. Oh my God, that's not good, Kim. That means you need to rebuild. I'm sorry to hear that, Kim. That what you said just made me laugh. Okay. That's funny. That's really funny. hmm So let's do some TV trivia. Okay. Which Peter Jackson horror flick was originally written to be an episode for the series Tales from the Crypt? A. The Frighteners. B. Bad Taste. C. Brain Dead. I don't even know this, but that's a good question. I don't even know this. What color should we do the wax? Oh God, that's painful to have to. Ooh, that's painful. That sounds painful, Kim. That sounds really, really painful. Believe me, that sounds painful. What your husband had to go through. Ooh, that sounds. Ugh, I can't even imagine. Okay, we have 5 people in the room. So if the other 5 people would say hello, please say hello if you're in the room, so I know you're there. I can only imagine how horrible how much pain your husband was in. That doesn't sound like fun. And this color is called sea green. Ooh, ouch. Okay, the answer was the Frighteners. That doesn't sound good. So what color should we make this candle, the wax? Let's look at the wax right here. Mm-hmm. Thinking making it red maybe. Everyone's doing well. It's snowing outside. So this is Scarlet Lake. And now it's always cold. It's been getting colder. It is very cold these days. I don't like when it's cold like this. Canary yellow. I know, we did, we gotta appreciate them because they don't come around. Oh, those are nice pictures. Those are really nice. The C.L. Aldridge. Someone asked me about Mariella Budek and why I don't have that set of art. You know, Mariella Budek has this big set of art. I think they're really nice sets of art. Don't get me wrong, I think they're really pretty, but it's just not in the budget. So this is what is this? This is Canary Yellow in the Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor. I know usually you guys, when I do work with my pencils, I usually work my Prismas or my Polys or my Pablos. Oh, Diane, I'm sorry, Diana. I'm sorry to hear that you had to spend the holiday in the hospital. You know, it's never a good thing to spend time in the hospital. I think this is some kind of statue or something in there. So now we will do the green. True green. I'm getting out the greens. And sap green. I don't really work with my Lyras too often, but I do like them. So they give us a different combo to the. This is sap green. I love this color. And you see that dust that came off? That means I pressed too hard with my pencils. If you press too hard, you get that thing. I have been watching this show called Prodigal Son, and it's really, really very, very good, actually. I didn't think I was going to like it at first, but then if I started watching it, I really like the humor in it. But I also like the edginess of it, too. So, really good. Pencils are fun. I actually started off being a pencil girl, Kim, not a marker girl. Don't get me wrong, I love my markers, but there is something very satisfying about working with pencils. You know, and I learned that after I started working with markers, I started getting better with my pencils. So sometimes going into another medium can help you get better at another medium. It didn't sharpen as well as the other one did. What was I just touching? Okay. So this is, what is this? This is True Green. And I will tell you what the color along is for the month. Well, these are the 4 color alongs that will, well, next month will be Diamond February. June or July is going to be Johanna June and July. So I'm doing Johanna for 2 months, Johanna Basford for June and July. September will be Magical September. So those are the only 4 things I'm doing really that I have set in stone. June and July will be Johanna June and July, which means it'll be Johanna Basford for June and July. Next month will be Diamond Painted, and then in September we have Magical September. Again, so those are the things that are listed in stone, guys. So I like this blue outfit. So, you know, for me, I want to have more months open where I do a lot more stuff, you know, this year. Last year I had too many color alongs, so I want to give myself a little more freedom to do the things I want to do. What's that, Marshalada? I'm not familiar with that. I don't have a plan for March. Nor do I want to have a plan because I want to be able to do the things I want to do and have more freedom to choose what I do. I don't color mandalas on camera. Wait, I don't think that's true. Hi, Jen. How are you? We are coloring from Queens of Poland. That's good, but you know, you're gonna get a lot of people telling you different things about pencils and how to color with them, Diana. But I say the best way to learn is just do what feels natural to you, and you'll learn your own style and your own technique to do them because everybody's have a different pencil way of doing coloring with their pencils. My resolution this next year is to finish at least 3 books this year. Use what I have. Don't spend as much money this year. One of the things I haven't been able to do successfully in the past is save money. So I want to do that. Yeah, I know. I love the pictures in this book. Guys, if you actually spend the money, because I left 2 links down below where you can buy it, which is the 2 Etsy stores. There's another store called Deco Made, but the shipping is outrageous because it is a Polish company, so you are spending a tremendous amount of money if you ship this book there. So the best places to get it is Etsy. I left the links down below. So if you want to buy it, I would recommend this book highly. The paper is just perfect for pencils. And all the pictures are beautiful in this book. There's not a single, I don't think there's a single bad picture in it. If you like Slavic beauties, you'll love this one. Hello, Robin. How are you? I'm getting more people coming in. This is good. But you guys know in February that the schedule will change because I might have to be working on Fridays. So, because, tax season is here now. So. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Oh, since we got more people, we can do more trivia. Let's do another trivia question. We can do a trivia question. 10 people. Wow, 5. So let's do. Okay. Which 1973 film starring Ron Howard helped to relaunch the original pilot show of Happy Days? A. Eat My Dust. B. Grand Theft Auto. Or C. American Graffiti? Which 1973 film starring Ron Howard helped to relaunch the original pilot show of Happy Days? A. Eat My Dust. B. Grand Theft Auto. Or American Graffiti? Kelly and Kim, you guys are really on it. I'll tell you something, guys. Yes, you're correct. It was American Graffiti. Which pop star had a cameo in Game of Thrones? A. Ed Sheeran. B. Adele. Taylor Swift. Which pop star had a cameo in a Game of Thrones? A. Ed Sheeran. B. Adele. Or Taylor Swift? Kelly and Robin got it right. It was Ed Sheeran who both had the cameo in the Game of Thrones. It kind of was because if you don't watch it, you don't really know the show. So, in what year was the first episode of Friends shown on TV? A, 1994, B, 1992, C, 1998. In what year was the first episode of Friends shown on TV? A, 1994, B, 1992, C, 1998. Kim got it right with 1994. Kim, you know a lot about TV. One more TV question, and then we'll do a Mad Libs at some point. How many episodes were aired of Third Rock from the Sun? A, 110, B, 139, C, 152. How many episodes were aired of Third Rock from the Sun? A, 110, B, 139, C, 152. Good afternoon, Joy. We were playing some trivia. And the answer was B, 139. Yes, TV trivia is always fun. I only bought this game for like $8 to do, and nobody else was doing trivia at the time, so I figured. Why not? If you hear noise, that's my mother moving around. She's home today, so. She'll be home a lot more starting next week, and then she's going away for about a month because she's visiting my brother. I cannot, unfortunately, go and visit him during this time because of tax season. So I really want to visit him, and I want to see the new babies, but unfortunately, reality is not enabling me to do that. And so that green thing that you saw, that is the Zap Green. This is True Green. These are Lyras. Today we're using my Lyras because I want to use them. I don't get to use these too often, these pencils. They're a really good pencil. So for those guys who missed out, what we're doing next month is Diamond February. So we are going to be diamond painting in February. So that will be fun to do. I think it'll be a nice thing to do. And then June and July will be Johanna, June, July. Or as I like to call Summer with Johanna. June and July is actually known as Summer with Johanna. So, and then Magical September I'm doing again. And that's my color run that I host every September. And if you're not familiar with Krystna Nowak's work, that's the person who we're coloring. This is one of her images, the postcard. She's also known as this OJK Pop Art. Ooh, excuse me. So here's her shop, wetsy.com, PL shop, OJKI Pop Art. So that's where you can find her online as well. Hi, the Rindy Ray. Rindy Ray, what is your first name? Because you're new here. We are coloring from Queens of Poland. Thank you, Miss Robin. I've missed you, Miss Robin. I usually am live every Friday about 2 o'clock. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2. Sometimes I go on earlier or later depending on real life conditions. Saturdays as well. But the schedule will be changing probably next month because of tax season. I work for an accountant, so we're going to start getting ready to be busy. Oh, and Miss Robin, here is what we're doing next month on the channel. It ain't coloring. It is called Diamond February. So it is. We are also doing a 2-month color along in June and July. It's called the Summer of Johanna. So yes, it's Johanna Basford for June and July. And then I'll be doing Magical September. So this year I am limited in how many color alongs I do. So that will be one of the things that we are doing for the year. So I thought that'd be a really fun thing to do. Do something a little bit different. This is called More Screen. Johanna has really pretty stuff. I don't have the new book, How to Draw Inky Wonderland, but I have her other books. So this is More Screen. And I realized something. Since this is the first picture that I'm doing from this book, it can count towards Color Your Award 2020. Novella and Kylara decided to keep up the tag, so I'm very happy that they decided to keep the tag going, because I think it's a wonderful idea to color out of books you haven't colored. I finished a long time ago, Secret Garden, which was my first colored book. I don't have that anymore, but it's the very first one I ever got, and it's also the very first one I ever completed, so I don't have that book anymore. But I have The Enchanted Forest, World of Flowers, the Christmas one, Inky and the Ivy Butterfly, Magical Jungle. So those I have. And, it's funny because I look back at the Enchanted Forest one and I'm like, man, have I come a long way since I started coloring. But sometimes you look at some of those older books that you have pictures in when you first start coloring, you're like, how different you would have colored the books now. So, but that's June and July. That's called Summer of Johanna. I think that'll be a very nice idea. It's a funny thing because sometimes, we look at what we colored so many years ago and we're like, oh, wow, how different it is when you look at what you've done as compared to what you would have done now. And I would say that everything is an evolution. And that's what the swordfish does. It makes you sharpen and really nice and pointy. Because I'm a hard colorist, I like to be harder on my pencils, so I have to remind myself not to do that. I think it changes depending on what you learn from others. What you learn from oh, this person may have a different style, but their style is really nice and you may like their style because their style not what you would do, but then you like, oh, go, okay. Oh, well, depends on what I'm doing because, I really love my Prismas because I can blend, I can layer with them, I can do all kinds of color combos with them. Prismas are very versatile, but they don't work on all the paper. Like in my Create Space books. Let's put it this way. Every colorist is going to have their favorite pencils, but, that's not to say that all pencils work the same in all books and papers. A lot of that depends on what I'm doing. Like for grayscale coloring books, I love using my markers instead of pencils. And that's a personal preference. I like my polys when I do straight coloring. It does improve. You learn techniques too, and you learn little tricks from other people. Like knowing what I know about skin tones now, I would have never learned skin tones had I not been watching other people on YouTube. I would have never learned about shading. How you can make your pencil color lighter than it is. I would have never even learned about different budget pencils. Also depends on what kind of budget pencils you like. Depends on people's budgets. I like Prismas because they're versatile. You can do a lot with them once you learn how to, hold your pencil different and do different pressure points with them. Does that mean they're my favorite pencil? It depends. Because I can't use them on all books. So, all books are going to be different. No, you know what it is, Rindy Ray, with Prismas? And I'll show you this. It's a lesson. They're a thinner pencil. And what happens with pencils that are very thin is that they have a thin core. So a lot of times you don't sharpen with the right pencil sharpen. And the problem is that people use a lot of different sharpeners over the years. I'm going to show you a couple of different sharpeners here. And these are all good sharpeners. So, when we're doing sharpening, we have a pencil sharpener like this that's called a moped. Does that mean it's any? I'll bring out a few Prismas so you get an idea of how I'm going to bring out a few pencils and we'll show you what happens with different sharpeners and Prismas. That's the worst person. That's the worst sharpener. It's supposed to be the best sharpener for them. But I can tell you right now, I never liked the Prisma sharpener. It always broke every pencil I ever had. Didn't matter if it was Premier, Scala, very thin. So here is the first sharpener. Now this is a moped sharpener. And as you will notice, it has two things in it. This is for bigger pencils. This is for thinner pencils. So keep that in mind when you sharpen. Now this is a Scarlet Lake. So when you sharpen, see? It ate it. So we know that this is not good for Prismas. Then you have an M&R, like a bullet shape made. So what you do is you take your pencil. I'm just showing this for him. So you can see, not even that sharpened well with the Prismas. Now this is a Tagal. So you can set it to whatever point you want. See? Even that had a problem. I think this is not a good pencil anymore. See, that sharpened better. But for me, the ones that work the best for the Krystnas is this big one. This is a hand crank one. This is a little pricey, Rindy. So what I do with this, so we're going to take a Krystna, put it in the hair, then you crank it. Yeah, see, Roman's giving you good advice. No, this is a hand crank one. This is called a swordfish, and it's the most expensive of all my sharpeners, but it's worth the most. And as you can see, Rindy, look how nice and sharp that one is. You may need to get a hand crank. The hand crank sharpener works the best on my Krystnas. So just think about that. And what you could do with that. I just took those out just to give you an example of how different. See, Rindy? For me, my Krystnas are absolutely 100% worth it, but you have to know how the sharpener works. You can buy this on Amazon. They have different varieties of it, but it is a really good sharpener. I highly recommend it to a lot of people. I took that out. So for me personally, I like different. See, the point is different. So we did finish this picture. I'm very happy with her. So I do have another picture in mind. Miss Robin goes, oh no, I know what this is. This is Erie's new book, everybody. This is World Heritage Travel Over Time. I think that's the name of the book. I could be wrong, but I think the name of the book is World Heritage. So this is a pretty, pretty book. I will be having a flip through of this channel probably within the next few weeks. I did film one already. So I already started this off camera. So lay down flat, easy. This does not lay down flat. This does not lay down flat. It's a really nice book, guys. You can buy this on Amazon. The place to get this book the cheapest is Amazon Japan. So. These are Schriftfarbens, ladies and gentlemen. These are like my favorite pencils to use on the Aries books. Believe it or not, these pencils are like a dream. So this is number 61. Yes, they are addictive. I wanted that to be a little lighter, but that's okay. This will probably be a project that will take us a few streams to do this picture from this book, but that's okay. Did you put the clothes in the dryer? Okay. And I will let you guys know these are the original Schriftler Farbins. These are not the ones that they came out with later. Yes, fine coloring books and supplies can be quite addictive. And what's funny about this is that these pencils are the pencils that work best in these books, in Erie's books I have found. Yeah, this is number 38, number 61 from the Schriftler Farbins. And don't worry, guys, I have a set of the backups from the original because when I bought them, I bought 2 sets of them. Well, guys, I'm going to zoom out because I think I need to zoom out. Yeah, it's we're praying that they find her. Kim. We're all praying. I think the whole community is praying for you, Kim. This is number 59. Just checking something to see if it. For whatever reason, when I color in Erie's books and if I use my Prismas, they tend to bleed through in this book. Erie's books for whatever reason, so I try not to use my Krystnas in this book. So here's a it's all very, very sad. Kim, you know. There we go. I can see what I'm doing. It's a very terrible thing. Number one. It is very, very sad. This is number 71. Okay, you guys want a trivia? Let's do a trivia. What planet was Mork from in the series Mork and Mindy? The planet Dork, the planet Ork, or the planet Mork? A, the planet Dork. The planet ORK is B. C, the planet Mork. You cannot answer, Mother, because you used to watch the series. Yes, it was B. Jen and Kim got it right. Hey, Brian, how are you? Now we will do our red. When I'm done with the trivias, I put them in a little thing. That way I know not to pick from that part again. Number 1. Hey, Diamond. Brian, February we're going to be doing diamond painting exclusively on this on the channel, so it will be a diamond painting month, which is Diamond February. So let's see the pink. 24. The answer was B, orc. So here is number 24. Let's start with that works. TV trivia is fun. Well, this one is brand new. The World Heritage Book, Rindy. You can't get this at regular Amazon. You either have to go to Etsy, and you can get this book at Etsy through Etsy, Amazon Japan, AliExpress, and I think maybe Yes Asia. Areas are really nice. What is that? I'm not familiar with moon knits. Are they similar to DPs? This is green. This is number 63. We'll go 13 more minutes. We'll finish at 3:30 exactly today. So today I wanted to use pencils that I don't use all the time. Okay. I just didn't know what it was, Brian, because I don't really do a whole lot of crafting. So, for people who strictly do coloring, but now my channel is evolving, as they call it. Yes, Vindy wants to know what you're making, Brian. It's called a mat. It's a desk mat. That's what it's called. If you're curious as to what it's called. Wendy just told you what he was making. Pot scrubbing. Okay. They look shiny, but they're really not, because when you do the camera does something different to the picture. You know, it's just the camera makes it look a little different. These are Schiffer Farbins. These are the original ones. When they now sell a different one of them where they. I have an Facebook. I have an Instagram. My Instagram is Princess Grace 100. My Facebook is my regular name, and then it's also I also have a Facebook group called Grace's Coloring Corner. So there is where you put things, but I basically approve everybody in the Facebook group. I basically have it on it's basically a group where I have to approve you to get in, and it's a private group for security reasons. So keep that in mind. So after we're done with this little thing here. I will tell you the truth about them. I have them. You know, I'm not a big fan of our teasers. I'm not a fan of some of this. So I have their products. I wasn't a fan of the Everblend markers because they left the yellow residue after I would color with them on the back of the pages, but then they would bleed, the yellow residue would bleed through to other pages. So, and even if I had put a page and it dried, it still left the yellow residue. So I wasn't a fan of their Everblend markers. Tell you the truth, and I learned that only after I did the review that they were doing that. So hence why I don't like their things. Their pencils are okay, but they're not like. I have the 72 set. I don't have the 120 set. Nor do I plan on getting the 120 set because I have more than enough pencils as it is. I have the fine liners. I have their water brush markers, and I'll tell you something. The water brush pens are very nice, actually. And I have the smaller set of 48. This is number 24. Black Widows I like. I have all the sets. Of the 2 skin tone sets. I have the 3 regular sets. So those I like. Those work very well on Create Space paper, believe it or not. Those work really well on the Hannah Lynn books. Yes, Michelle is back, but we're going to leave soon, Michelle. So everyone is good. It's snowing out here. And then I will call this. This is number 71. Oh, Michelle, I'll tell you what the schedule is for next month. Next month is Diamond February, so we're doing diamond painting next month. Then June and July is Summer of Johanna. which means we're doing Johanna Basford in June and July. So I need Johanna Basford book. I will count as that. Then September is Magical September. So those are the things that I am doing. Because I don't want to commit too many projects. And no, I am not doing Creative Haven August. I am not hosting that. So if anybody wants to do Creative Haven August, they're more than welcome to do it. I took it over from Anne last year, so I'm not doing it this year. Just because that was a tremendous amount of time. And I think maybe August, middle of July, I'm going on vacation in the summer. So I don't know what's going on there. So keep that in mind. I am using Schrift Farbens. These are the original Schrift Farbens because they have another version of these pencils out now on Amazon. They said they retooled them, so the new ones actually have numbers, and besides numbers, they have names. The original ones did not have names. Now this one will take us multiple streams to do. Mom's doing good. She's going to be visiting my brother. So in February, so I cannot go out there because it's tax season, Michelle. So it's just not really economical for me to go. These Schrift Farbens are really nice. I like them. And when I color from Erie's books, these are the best pencils to color, in my opinion. Mind you, that's my opinion. I like coloring with these pencils the best from anything that I do Erie. Now, mind you, if I do people, I still need to use my Krystnas and my Polys and my Pablos for skin and stuff like that. So this is, I really like this purple. Let's do one more thing, guys. One more thing, and then we'll. Did different. They look similar, but they're not. They're very different. Who did a video on them when they first came out? When these pencils first came out, there was another colorist, who did a video. I forget who did the video, but they compared the Schrift Farbens to the Castle Art and no, to the Sargent pencils. The Castle Arts are much different. This is number 71, which is the purple. Someone did a video when the search when the and one difference between the Castle Art and these pencils is that the Castle Arts are thicker barrels. These are thinner barrel, and that the Castle Arts are a lot more softer. These function more like an oil pencil. The Castle Arts function more as a wax pencil. If that makes any sense. I have several pencils that I dislike. I'll tell you right now, my least favorite pencil that I've ever used. What were they called? D was the name. They started with a D pencil. They started with a D. What were they called? Diamond paint? A diamond colored pencil? Oh, they were really terrible pencils. I might still have them somewhere in the house, but they were really bad. They were like only $20, and still, I will never use them on a stream, except to show how bad they are. They were really bad. I forget what the name of the pencil was, but it was something with a D. I remember that. They were terrible. No pigment, no color. I had to, really press hard just to get pigment out of them. So that is where we are. So we will continue this picture probably next week. So I hope you all have had a good time. But remember, we finished this girl today. So I was really happy we finished this girl. This girl came out really, really nice. Queens of Poland. We finished her. This is to show Michelle that we finished the girl. So this is what Queens of Poland looks like. So I want everybody to have a good weekend and have a great time. I don't know who's on next. Are you on next, Michelle? So head on over to Michelle's stream if she's streaming, guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.